Well, good Wednesday, everybody. We've made it halfway through the week here, and we are on the storm watch on this Wednesday afternoon, tracking some potential strong thunderstorms that could be moving through here, and that risk will last about till later on this evening. After that, we're going to keep an eye on the remnants of Barry. You've been hearing about this storm for a little over a week now, and finally, whatever is left of it will be skirting off to the east coast, primarily south of us, but we could have a bit of a touch of rainfall here from Barry later on tonight into about the first half of Thursday. After that, it's all about the heat. We'll be talking about that heat wave lasting throughout the weekend and some cooler weather coming in by early next week. It's certainly not cool out there this afternoon, though. We've already got temperatures above 90 degrees across a good chunk of the Bay State here, and it's just 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so that gives you an idea on how warm it's going to get out there this afternoon. Also, a very muggy day. We've have had some thunderstorms move south of New Bedford and Fall River earlier today, and we're watching this main complex now moving across New York State. But ahead of that, there'll be some renegade showers and storms, and the threat is there for any of those storms to become strong or severe. This afternoon, matter of fact, the Weather Service has issued a 20% chance of those strong thunderstorms to affect us here in Bridgewater, so we'll keep an eye on that. So you can see the storms, they've been making their way across the Ohio Valley here the last couple of days and now centering in on the northeast. Again, we have that primary area of rainfall setting up in New York State now. That's where some of those effects from Barry have kind of joined forces with a front that's moving eastward, and that's where we have really that main concentration of the heaviest of rainfall. But again, anywhere ahead of that front until it passes could see some strong or severe thunderstorms scattered about, and we'll keep an eye on that as we go through tonight. So here is the front for later on today into the overnight hours. And you can see, I don't really want to call it a cold front because it's not going to be cold at all behind this, but there'll be some moisture out ahead of it that's going to be pushing through. Once that front clears, we'll get drier and get much hotter. But I want you to keep an eye on what's going on here in the northwestern part of the country. See some of these temperatures in the 60s and 70s in parts of the Pacific Northwest. Some of that air mass in a modified form will make its way across here by early next week, and as that does, some of these very high temperatures will be coming back down to normal levels. All right, let's take a look at that map again for tonight. Here's what will actually be, by this time, the remnants of Barry, so it's going to slide just off to our south, but as it does that, the winds are going to shift more to the east for a brief time tomorrow, so it's actually going to feel kind of chilly here as we struggle to get through the 70s tomorrow. So for tonight, the showers likely around, definitely 70% chance. It's not going to be raining all the time, but where we do get those downpours, they could be on the tropical side, so keep that in mind as we have a humid low of around 70 degrees. Tomorrow, rain showers likely, especially the first half of the day. This could be kind of a repeat of last week where we had some flooding rains early in the morning. Not every community got them, but where you do see those downpours, they will be on the heavy side. This is kind of gray and clammy, and again, we're going to struggle to get out of the 70s, I should say, for your Thursday. How about the weekend? Everybody's going to be thinking about heading off to the beach, I think, with these warm temperatures. But you know what? There's not going to be a ton of relief there either. So keep that in mind. If you are susceptible to the heat or those strong sun angles this time of year, make sure you do have plenty of protection. Temperatures in the east-facing beaches are still going to be around 90 degrees Saturday and Sunday, maybe a few degrees cooler for the south coast as we'll have those light southwesterly breezes. So if you want to call it a sea breeze at 85, that's about what you're going to get. All right, how about us for Friday? That's where we start to get our transition here towards our heat wave. So temperatures will be back up near 90 degrees with the sunshine. Then we're going to approach the century mark here on Saturday. We're going to call it for a high of about 98, but don't be surprised if a few communities do in fact reach that 100-degree mark on Saturday. Heat index will certainly be well above 100, and Sunday will be staying in the mid-90s. Again, as I mentioned, it is going to cool down here a bit next week. Monday will be that transition day, and then by Tuesday and Wednesday, look for temperatures back down in the low to mid-80s.